Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hoovy186, back again with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Sony's financial situation and how it affects me. Well, before I start, let's get the bullshit out the way. Any company that loses $3 billion, whether it's a year or a quarter or whatever it is, I'm not a business guy. But any company that loses that much money, that's a problem. That's a big fucking problem. So, and granted, Sony does have their hands in many different ventures, ranging from electronics to, producing movies and music and all the other shit. So, the company's worth several $1 billion, but to lose $3 billion is a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. This gotta get that out the way. Now, how it affects me as a gamer is this. I'm not going to say I don't care, because obviously if a corporation fails, the big guys, the head honchos, the CEOs and all the other stuff, they'll be fine. It's the people who actually do the work that will suffer. And obviously I don't want to see that happening, especially in an economy this shitty, you know what I mean? You don't want to see people lose their jobs. But I personally don't see how this affects me, and obviously I'm a PS3. The PS3 is my favorite console by far this generation, and I love the Sony PlayStation brand. But I don't see how this news affects me in a way in which I have to be worried about the company. Like, first of all, I'm not going to waste my time being worried about a company because obviously I have a life of my own. You know what I'm saying? I have money, I have a family to support. And I'm not going to worry about what some corporation, how much money their corporation loses. That's not my business. Now, obviously, I don't want them to fail or nothing like that, but it's not my business. It's none of my business. You know what I mean? But what I've been hearing from a couple people is that part of the reason why they're struggling right now is because somehow, for whatever reason, they feel that PS3 fanboys apparently they don't buy the Sony PlayStation exclusive. Now, let me make something very clear. Nobody should be obligated to buy anything. Nobody should. No one should be obligated to buy everything. Look, obviously I love the PlayStation brand. I love my PS3, but there are stuff on the PS3 that I wouldn't play. There are franchises, there are exclusives on the PS3 that I don't give two shits about. I don't care about Resistance. I don't care about Little Big Planet. And there's other games. There's tons of other games that I just don't care about. I don't care. But yeah, I'm a Sony drone. But that's beside the point. But yeah, I don't feel like you have to be obligated to buy everything that a company that you support does. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. People, they say that, oh, Sony fanboys, they don't support the company. Look, if you buy the system, you buy games for the system, yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Like fuck, if a game is not good, then the game's not good. If people are not interested in buying the game, they're not interested in buying the game. Why is it that the fan base has to be blamed for that? Because I don't think people realize this, but the reason why I prefer the PS3 over the other two, why I prefer the Sony brand, the Sony PlayStation brand over at Microsoft, Xbox, and Nintendo in general, is because of diversity. That's what the PlayStation brand has been about since the very beginning, since the PlayStation 1. Diversity. It doesn't hitch its bets off of one or two exclusives like Microsoft and Nintendo does. It's about diversity. The laundry list of exclusives that the PlayStation 3 has is a great thing. Now, granted, I'm probably not going to be interested in all of them, but at the very least, I have the option to play those. At least I have the option to, hey, to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go try it. Let me try Motorstorm. Let me try Infamous. Let me try, Uncharted. Let me try Twisted Metal. Let me try God of War. Let me try, Hopefully this, you know, other stuff. You know what I mean? Killzone, Resistance. Let me try those games. You know what I'm saying? There's only one company this generation that has given me the diversity of games to play on their platform. It's the PlayStation brand. So because they don't have a big smash hit like, you know, Mario or Halo, and that means that the company is somehow failing in that regard. That they're no, and that's supposed to be like the reason why the PS3 fanboys, they don't support, they don't buy their exclusives. No, many people like many different shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And I don't understand I just don't understand how some people can say something so stupid and then and somehow have that coincide with Sony's problems. Like, again, Sony's problems stretch well beyond their gaming portion, well beyond it. And another thing, when it comes to the gaming aspect, haven't some of you guys, did it ever occur to some of you guys that maybe Sony's marketing could be the reason why some of these games don't sell? Has that ever occurred to you guys? Like, I mean, let's face it. Kevin Butler as a character, I love Kevin Butler as a character, but you can't use him for every single game. You can't use him for a commercial for every single game. Like, perfect example, Resistance 3. I remember seeing a commercial of him on, I think he was on a horse, and he had one of those PlayStation Move shooters, and, you know, like, I mean, again, I knew what the commercial was about, but you think the average person's going to see what the commercial is about? No, it's just a guy on a horse with a toy gun, and talking to a whole bunch of other people with toy guns. They really didn't really talk about the game in any way, shape, or form. And barely showed. There was the one legit commercial about Resistance 3, and they barely showed any gameplay footage of it. Barely did. Like, the problem with Sony it has nothing to do with the fanboys. It has to do with their marketing. They market their games. They don't market their games very well. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you could use Kevin Butler for games like Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo already has an install base. It already has casual appeal. Like, Gran Turismo has casual appeal, as in, you know, when you have guys who are not necessarily into games, but they're into the cars. So, you know, Gran Turismo, it has that casual appeal. You could put Kevin Butler on there, have a fun, crazy little commercial about Gran Turismo, and the game's still going to sell. You know what I mean? But for games like Resistance, games like Infamous, you need to do a better job of marketing the game, especially not only that, like the PSN games, they need to do a better job of marketing the PSN games. Definitely. That's on them. It's not on the fanboys. It's not on them. It's not on them. It's like, people have to step back and think about the situation that Sony's in, and you have to remember that, hey, you know what? It has nothing to do with the fan base. Maybe it's the company themselves that they're the ones that put themselves in that position. Think about all the BS that happened during the PS3 life cycle. That's on them. That's not on me. That's not on anyone else on here who supports the PlayStation 3 console. It's not on us. It's on them. They need to do a better job of marketing the game. And, you know, when you have so many different exclusives, not all of them are going to sell. That's how life goes. It sucks, but that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. You know, the reason why I bought the PS3 was because of its diversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, not every game is going to sell. That's just how it goes. So, you know. So again, I'm not going to say I don't care, but I fail to see how this affects me. Now, obviously, if Sony continues to slide in the game, and, you know, obviously, if you know, if the PlayStation brand, you know, is no more, that's gonna be a sad day for me. But I have a life, you know what I'm saying? I have other shit I have to take care of. So if it happens, it happens. It sucks. But you know, I'm gonna continue as long as the developers have a place to work. Then you know, then it's good. Then I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't foresee Sony struggling to that point. So that's kind of mute. But another thing, I hear people say, oh, well, you know, Sony needs to charge for online just like Xbox Live. Why? Why? To be honest, I mean, let's be real here. If Sony did charge for online, why the fuck would I buy their console when I could just build a PC where I could do online gaming for free and everything on it is gonna be better? Why? Do you guys realize that Xbox Live is a fucking scam? It's a scam. Like, for goodness sakes, Microsoft, they're making extra money off of it. You're not getting any benefits from paying for online. You're not getting anything. All you're doing is getting timed exclusives. Oh my god. And obviously, not everyone's going to buy it. Everyone that owns an Xbox is probably not going to give two shits about timed exclusives. Not everyone's going to. That's what you guys are paying for. Xbox Live is basically free money for them. And you're and think about that. That's the reason why I don't have one. I mean, it may be good business for them, but you know, for me, it's not for me. Why the fuck would I pay for online when I could get virtually the same experience on the PS3, on PlayStation Network, or Sony, on whatever the hell they changed it to, where I could do it for free? And if Sony does it, then you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna build a fucking PC and game online for free on a PC. Because there's no justification for online gaming. None whatsoever. None. It's fucking ridiculous. Some of these stupid idiots that go on here and talk this shit because, you know, because they're happy that the PS3 fanboys are, the company that they supposedly don't support is fucking struggling right now. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think I have a lot more to say, but I'm running out of time. So let me just wrap things up. Like I said before, it sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it because, frankly, I have a life. I'm not going to worry about multi-billion-dollar corporations. I refuse to do it. You know, I do want the developer to succeed. And I want the PlayStation 3. I want Sony to do what they've done with the PS3 for the past couple years. Just bring out the games, man. That's all you gotta do. Just bring out the games, because you know they have the best collection of first party talent. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me. They have the best first parties. They have the best first party titles, and obviously, you know, they get you know, third party stuff, and it's a win-win. It's win-win. That's what they need. That's what they need to continue doing. You know what I'm saying? Like bring out the Vita. You know what I mean? Get some problems fixed with that. You know what I mean? Like this be the brand that's about the games, not the casual bullshit that Microsoft and Nintendo turn their brand into. Make it be about the games. That's what the PlayStation brand's always been about. About games, about diversity. That's what it's been about. And as long as they do that, I'll support them. But I'm not going to be a slave to the Sony brand because I'm a fan. Like, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. So, anyways, that's my video. Hoovy.